Bum 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 bum. Yeah! Okay, welcome back to another show, CTA Show. Guess who I am? Guess who you are? Let's just get right into it. Whew, June 16th, 2020. June 16th, so summer's here. We're gonna be here, you know. On Saturday, the 20th, is the first day of summer. Although it feels like summer, a lot of the kids haven't been back in school. School's out. Have you guys noticed? I've been driving around LA this weekend, and we noticed tons of class of 2020 graduates. You know, all the cars done up by their parents. So we probably went to, I don't know, 35 or 40 different graduation parties as we just drove by and honked and waved. That's what you got to do now. I guess it's different times. People were like, wow, but we've always... Really? You think they had a prom during World War II? Fuck off. Okay? Nothing. We did nothing after 9/11. There was no place to go get food. So when bad shit happens in the world, you know, your normal life doesn't happen. I just don't know why people can't understand that part of the equation. All right. So what are we getting into today? Well, let's talk about COVID. Okay, let's talk about all these morons who think that COVID is over, or COVID is less dangerous, or COVID is fake and has been fake all along, or COVID is something I don't need to worry about, or something you don't need to worry. All those people are wrong. Let me just get right into it, man. COVID is bad. It is very, very bad right now. It's just as bad as it ever was. Okay? That thing is just as deadly. There is no beginner level of COVID. It is straight up a killer. Or not. You know, it's a small fatality rate compared to, you know, H5N1 or whatever. Some of the other ridiculous viruses. But we don't know anything about this virus. You see, that's the problem. We don't want to don't just let everybody get it and then we find out it mutates to something later. Good Lord. All right. What was I going to say? Here's my point. Don't think that because the protesters are out, or because the Trump rallies are going on, or because these large gatherings of people are happening, okay? Don't think that that means that it's okay for me and you to go out there. It's not. It's okay in small degrees. The whole key is to limit your exposure. I know. They just had New Zealand had like a rugby match with 20,000 people showed up. But you know what? That's because New Zealand had no new cases for 20 days. Here comes a cough. Pardon me. So, see what I'm saying? They waited till the curve literally flattened and they had no new cases for 20 days. It's supposed to be 21 days. No new cases for 3 weeks means that you're clear to move up a peg in the reopening phase. No new cases. We had 2,000 new cases in California yesterday. 2,000 new cases also in Miami, Florida. I'm sorry. All of Florida yesterday. They are averaging 2,000 cases a day for the last week. So to think that it's gone away is foolish thinking. To think that you can go to church and be saved is also foolish thinking. To think that man has the answers is foolish thinking. You know what I mean? There's a lot of foolish thinking going on out there. To think that it's Trump's fault or Obama's fault, or it's not. It's not. I'm just saying. Now's the time when we need to be for each other and not against each other. You know? In the old days, a neighborhood would come together, you know, to celebrate the good stuff, whether it's a block party, graduation, a wedding, whatever, you know, or to fight away the bad stuff. But nowadays, nobody knows anybody in their neighborhood. You know, we've lived here for a year. I only know maybe 6 neighbors. 6! And I say hi to everybody. Hey, what's up? I sit on my porch, having a little Bible study. My point is what? What's my point? Christopher, do you ever have a point, you idiot? Golly. You know what, though? This week, everything's opening back up. Traffic is bad again. I mean, I don't know. I just still doing a lot of virtual shows, but a few places are doing in-person shows. I don't know. I kind of want to get on them because, of course, you want to go back to your job. You know, you want to get back to working, to going up there and standing up there with the microphone in my hand and doing my thing. The fact that we've had to alter our comedy for Zoom makes the comedy definitely worse, because now we are performing for the screen as opposed to performing directly for our people. We have, you know what I mean? You have to wait for the laughs longer. You have to do this, do that. You have to literally alter your jokes because you can't have, nobody notices a wink or a smile or one of those when you're online. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So book me for a show, baby. I'll come over to your place. I'll just stand 10 feet away, because I'm real toxic. I'll stand 10 feet away with the mic on and do my jokes for you. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Also, I'm thinking about hosting my own show. Probably a Zoom show. But wouldn't it be fun if all the comics were live and then you also had the Zoom show for the people to watch? That's where I think it's going to be. You know, like the old radio or TV shows. You know, National Lampoon radio program, but on TV. That's kind of what it's going to be. All right. Enough about the comedy and the bullshit. Let's talk about Black Lives Matter. Now, specifically, I want to talk about the Black Lives Matter Foundation. Black Lives Matter Foundation. This past week, they've raised almost $5 million. But they're not who you think they are. I mean, Black Lives Foundation, Black Lives Matter Foundation was brought on by a guy who wants to have better relationships with the police. He is black. He believes that Black Lives Matter is not copywritten. So everybody's got their different fronts. So this is this guy's charity. It's based in Santa Clarita. Has nothing to do with Black Lives Matter movement. It's really along the lines of police partnership. So for a lot of people who thought that they were just going to I'm just going to give to the cause and then just text, and then in their mind they've helped solve the problem, that didn't happen. Like $4 million gone to the wrong people just because they had the name. Right? Like if you had a science book that was called Black Lives, Matter. Right? And it's about how matter matters to Black lives. Or whatever. And then you just had the wrong name and people took it over. Like that's what I'm talking about. Holy crap. People don't know where they're giving their money to. I thought we were broke. I thought we didn't have any money to give. And yet we can afford to give $4 million to the wrong people? All right. I'm just putting it out there that texting something, everybody's like, oh, do you want to help racism? Well, text this number. Well, God damn it, that does not fix racism. Texting a number, sending some money, that don't fix it, bro. It's a choice you make in your heart to live in a fashion that is acceptable to other people on this earth. I'm not saying you got to bow down and do what they say, but we all got to live here together. Okay? Do you drive on the road, just drive down the wrong side of the street all the time because that's your personal freedom? No. Most of the time you follow the rules. Because look, dude, I don't want to die driving. I don't want my whole existence to be that I got into somebody ran the red light and T-boned me and then I died. And then that is my existence on this earth. That's bullshit. That's a bullshit way to die. It's a bullshit way to take somebody else out too. Okay? I think we should all live this life, whatever, man. Poetry, birds, cheese, I don't give a fuck. Do what you want. Christopher, what are you talking about today? Look, man. What I've noticed is that it all comes down to a personal choice. Okay? And people get personally affronted. Okay? Oh, Black Lives Matter. Oh, all lives matter. Are you saying that white lives don't matter? No, nobody said that. You brought that upon yourself. But I will say this. The people that are naming all the social shit going on right now, they're doing a terrible job. Okay? Black Lives Matter, that left it open to all lives matter. Blue lives matter. Somebody else's life matter, right? Should have been Black Lives Matter too. Black Lives Matter also. Black Lives Matter in addition to your other lives. But right now we're focusing on the Black Lives Matter. Because otherwise someone's just, their whole ideology, their whole ideology depends on one word. So just take that word away and make it easier for them to not hate, right? How many dudes that you think are scary and then you show them that sign and they think, oh, that's what we're talking about. Right on. Right on. Like this, the new one is called, what's it called? Defund the police. Defund the police. Well, nobody wants to defund the police. You don't want to get rid of the police. We just want police to work right. Reallocate police funds would be a better phrase. But because it's got to be hot, because it's got to be a hot phrase. You know what I mean? It's like a tweet or something that can only be a few phrases long. Like, make America great again. Right? What a bunch of bullshit. In my lifetime, America's never been great the first time. How could you make it great a second time if it's never been great the first time? You see what I'm saying? How can we get back to having a good president when every president in my lifetime has been a fucking moron? Reagan, Bush, Clinton, another Bush, Obama, and now Trump. Dude, 6 idiots running our country, and we wonder why we're all fucked up as a people. 6 liars, murderers. Like, that's what the president does. That's his job. Whether or not you agree with his flavor, that's just got to do with, population control. Keeping these guys down, keeping these guys up. Oh, we better let a Democrat Clinton in there. I mean, look at it, dude. From 1980 to 2000, 12 years of Republicans, 8 years of Democrats. Then Bush, 4 more years, or 8 more years on that. So 20 years of Republicans versus 8 years of Democrats. What? I mean, that's how it was before Obama got elected, and then the score went up. Oh, now it's 20-16. Like, every year that we're governed by either the Republicans or the Democrats, we're fucked, America. I don't know how else to tell you. I mean, it's taken me a long time to accrue this old man wisdom with which I can share you. But it's the same wisdom I had when I was 20. I just had to disprove everybody's theory. Oh, no, America is the nicest country in the... Oh, no. Oh, absolutely not. America is the place where people get forever. No, not with ICE running around putting kids in cages. That's definitely not. When Stephen Miller wants to change the Statue of Liberty to say, give me your huddled, weak masses, we should get that out of there. That's bad. You know, when people are ideologically changing things so that when you say this, oh, you really mean this. Oh, you say this, but you mean that. Like, dude, I've just decided to live my life with honesty. I just can't keep track of all the buzzwords and keywords and, if you say this, it means that. And if you say that, it means this. And if you say Black Lives Matter, that means you hate America. And if you say all lives matter, that means you hate America. What the F, man? Why are we just not getting along? You know, I got some friends of mine that we don't butt heads, but we definitely don't agree on stuff. But that doesn't mean we don't like each other. You know? Just because you don't like this one thing doesn't... I mean, I guess it depends on what that one thing is, you know? Pedophilia, I'm going to have to cut you out of my life. I'm sorry. You're gone. I can't have you around. But some other things is not a deal changer. And what are you going to do if nobody agrees with you and now you're just all alone? Well, this guy doesn't agree. Well, this guy uses metal forks still, so I can't be friends with him. And this guy still drives a car, so I can't be friends with him because that's ruining the environment. Whatever your list of morals is, I'm just saying... Now's the time to scale back and look at a base level, you know, whatever it is. If you want to protest the police, if you want to try to reform the police, if you want to support the police, we should all try to understand why. To me, that's the key. Anything else is just fluff. We're just talking. You're just posturing. Oh, well, we got to get ready to say this because if they say this, then we got to say this, and we got to say... It's so stupid because it's just us turning our wheels. It's just us wasting time. You know? If there's anything that this COVID thing has taught us, it's the wasted time. What truly is wasted time? You know what a wasted time is? To go and work 10 hours, 12 hours at a job you hate. To not get compensated. You know? I'll tell you what's wasted time. The 17th, which is tomorrow. That would have been my stepdad's 72nd birthday. But no, he died at age 64. He lived the American dream. He served in the military. He got a job doing, a bar owner, tennis lessons, meaningless jobs in the realm of America. You know, never ran for office, never invented a laser, whatever. He was just a bartender, sweetest guy on earth, retires at age 60, and then drops dead. That's what America wants. That is what America wants. We don't got to pay the Social Security. We don't got to take care of you. It'd be so much easier if you just died at this certain time because we don't have time to give a fuck about you. Like, that's how I feel about this world. That's how I feel. Because whenever it comes down to an issue of where we got to care, there's always some caveat. Oh, no. there's black on black crime. What about white people? What about Latinos? What about... Bro, are you not listening to each other? Are we not listening to each other on the base human level? I know. Christopher's lost his mind today. And it's true. You know what? Because I've been doing stand-up comedy with a lot of people. And I feel that way. It's like hack. You know? Hack comedy is the lowest common denominator. The lowest common denominator. Usually it only works on people that don't know anything about comedy. Or it's the same joke over and over. And like literally the same joke since the 70s. Or 80s. Or whenever. But people keep doing it because they think that is what their contribution is supposed to be. I think that's what it comes down to. Even now, people challenge that this is what their contribution is supposed to be. You know? My mother never let a white person in her house, and I'm going to keep that tradition alive. My father, you never met a black person he didn't talk shit to, and I'm going to keep that tradition alive. Like, that's what I don't understand. We're free. We're free to break free of the chains. We're free to go and live our life. That's what living in California, that's why a lot of people come to California. And that's why California is hated, right? Like you come from small town in Iowa and they gay bash you and they want to talk shit about you because you're not what they want you to be. You know, white bread, Christian, hetero, whatever, actor. Maybe you don't agree with kicking dogs and then your family's the dog. I don't know, whatever. But that's why everybody comes to LA. They come to LA because they don't want to live in Des Moines anymore and get gay bashed at school and be made fun of. You know? Matthew Shepard would have loved to have moved to Los Angeles and been able to live his life instead of being murdered by a couple of redneck homophobes in Wyoming. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's ways things work, but we don't want to agree that that's the way it works because it makes it easier for the ideology to continue. Like, everybody, California is just a bunch of blankety blanks. They're all California is made up of people from all the rest of America and the world. They all come here. So all the very best artists, writers, painters from Nebraska, they're here. From Georgia, they're here. They come here. But people around are like, California just sucks. Yeah, because they take all the talent. You want to know why nobody gives a shit about North Dakota, South Dakota? I'll tell you why. Because they were supposed to be one state. But they want to make themselves important, split into two states. Okay. You know, we got like 15 counties here in California that have more people than both of the Dakotas. So what do they got? They got beautiful land, beautiful trees, stuff that they don't want. They cut down the trees, they blow up the land, they want to start mining. Dude, Black Hills, South Dakota is like the most beautiful place in America. I mean, if you've never been to Sturgis or the Mount Rushmore or where they're building it's beautiful stuff, man. But then just like most of the world, we got beautiful stuff and it's the people that ruin it. It's the people that ruin it. It's the people that are ruining all of our beautiful ideas. Hey, wouldn't it be nice if this kid went to school and didn't get his ass kicked every day? Wouldn't that be nice? And then somebody else is like, no, I can't have that. I can't have everybody having a good time and doing the right thing because there's no money to be made, because there's no drama to be made. There's no who's going to click on my TMZ website if I don't report all the stupid shit on the world. Who's going to click on CNN or Fox or MSNBC? You know what I'm saying? Like, where would we be without the drama? The inevitability of human drama is what makes humans human. If you did what you were supposed to, you'd just be another robot. No idea where we are today in the conversation. I have no idea where our time is today. I am lost in thought. You guys, I'm confused. I'm confused. I just keep getting these mixed messages from people that and it's so stupid. It really is a willful ignorance. Like, you can't go to church, but you can go to Walmart? Well, bro, there's a difference between two people walking down an aisle and then passing and then moving on. There's a difference between that and then sitting next to 4,000 people for 2 hours. But you guys don't see that? Okay. Like, I can't get it. Like, it's not over. COVID's not over. Guys, I'm going to end today's show because it feels like I'm just ranting about the same thing. I don't mean to be angry. I love you. I got a lot of love in my heart. I did get some new weed today, so we'll go check that out and see if that helps. They switched my brand on me again. It makes me so angry. Guys, listen. I will talk to you tomorrow. Let's have a good day. Tomorrow, the 17th, special, so we're going to dedicate tomorrow's show to my pops, as it would have been his birthday. So we'll see what's happening. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow.